I have come to recognize, I'll be speaking to the subject, understanding leadership dynamics. Understanding leadership dynamics, or if you want, dynamics of leadership. I have come to recognize that the Bible is not just a storybook. It is the Creator's manual for living. The Bible is not a make-believe book. It's a proven manual for profitable living. It contains all the words of this life. All. He said, go to the temple and speak to the people all the words of this life. All. This manual addresses every area of life. This manual shows how to make every aspect of our life profitable. All scripture is given by the inspiration of God and is profitable. Its doctrines are profitable. Its corrections, reproofs, and instructions are profitable. The Bible is not just a religious book, therefore. It's a manual for maximized destiny. If you will diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord your God and observe all that he tells you to do, then he will set you on high above all nations of the earth. It's a manual for maximized destiny. The Bible is not a mystical book to be conjured, but a practical manual to be applied. Cast your net on the right side. That's the living word speaking. And when they had that done, they enclosed great multitude of fishes. Is to be applied, is to be engaged with. Engaging the principles of scriptures will make a star of any dummy. Engaging the principles of scriptures will make a star of any dummy. Arise, shine, your light is come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Darkness shall cover the earth, gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles will come to your light, and their kings to the brightness of your rising. Isaiah 60, verse 1 to 3. And it shall be said of you are these that fly as the clouds, verse 8. And then by that light, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time, verse 22. It will make a star of any dummy. It is the lifeline of life. I therefore consider the Bible as the most authentic, the most reliable, and dependable text on any issue of life, leadership inclusive. Whatever can set you on high above all nations of the earth should be worthy of all attention. That the content of this book can set anyone on top of all the earth. Its content delivers under all circumstances, equal or unequal. Because the dominion of light over darkness is instant and unquestionable, is instant and irresistible, is instant and unstoppable. And that's what this book represents. It is the light of heaven ordained to empower men on this earth for dominion in any area of life they're involved in. The potency of biblical principles are universal. Biblical principles deliver at the same rate, color or race notwithstanding. Its principles will deliver at the same rate, color or race notwithstanding. Many years ago, I found out from scriptures that God is not a respecter of persons, but in every nation, everyone that's on key with his word will command the same level of result. There is no difference between the Jews and the Greek, and I mean the white and the black, For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. Its potency is universal. It can be counted upon. But biblical principles guarantee results only when put to work. 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 Let me express here my leadership perspectives. Leadership is not talking the lead, but taking the lead. Talk is cheap, they say. It is not occupying a position. It's making outstanding contributions. Many position holders are not leaders. People only know the position, they don't know who they are. There is no relevance. Leadership is not occupying a seat, but accomplishing a feat. Remember, it is taking the lead in a given task, not talking the lead. Great leaders are not those with chains of degrees, but those who change the world. Oh, there's nothing wrong about degrees. I mean, we are involved in it as a mission. We have 2 universities running, and they're doing very well. There's nothing wrong with it. But it doesn't make a leader. It is how much you contribute to the well-being of man in whatever area you are involved in that shows who a leader is. Outstanding leaders are not those with a barrage of titles, but those whose impacts constitute footprints on the sand of time. There are people here today who are just citizens of this nation, but shortly you'll be listed among global citizens. And beyond that, many here will emerge as generational citizens. People that generations coming will still be referencing in terms of their impact. Therefore, the real worth of a leader is in the value he adds, the contributions he makes, the feats he accomplishes, and the impact he engenders. Why am I sharing this with us? We can know precisely what we are out for. It's not about getting something to eat and driving a car and building a house. It's far beyond that. Leadership is not an appointment, therefore, it's an attainment. It's not in the titles we wear, but in the values we bear. Leadership is not an endowment, it's an accomplishment. Leadership is not just about leading people, it's about taking the lead in a given task. So you have a leading entrepreneur, a leading lawyer, a leading engineer, a leading pastor, a leading evangelist. Leadership is tied to a task accomplished. So knowing where you belong is fundamental to having your leadership potentials have full expression. Knowing where you belong. Jack of all trades, master of none. Settling down where you belong. Settling down where you belong. Now, leadership, let me share this definition with you. I have defined leadership as a product of efficient management of self, time, task, and resources. It's a product of how well you manage yourself, how well you manage your task, how well you manage your time, and how well you manage your resources. Leadership is a product of how efficiently we manage ourselves, manage our task, manage our time, and manage our resources.